Hey, it's me. And I, as you guys know, I'm kind of obsessed with change. It is my career, and my life is to create experience for people that are going through some of the most challenging moments of their lives. They say that selling a home is as stressful as death and divorce. And in many cases, I am dealing with sometimes all three of those things. And when people are going through times of grief, it brings out some of the most base emotions, and it's not always pleasant. And people are usually very kind to me because I have the solution. And I've seen lots of people that weren't as kind to themselves and their families going through that. So that's kind of made me really have a focus on human behavior in a way. It's really become my hobby. So that's part of why I do this, and part of why I'm constantly focusing on change, and part of why I'm so obsessed with things like the 66-day challenge, which we're about to create another one. So I hope that you'll join us, and I'm going to pull a little bit of a tarot card so that I'll know what to expect in our next pass. Let's see. Okay. So at the bottom, we have Two of Wands, and this is a really cool card because it is talking about decisions. And you'll notice that this little koala is like holding on to that tree like crazy, right? Like his best adventures might be over there, right? But he's hanging on to this for dear life. And so this is really interesting because, again, the Two of Wands, it's two options. It says, am I going to stick with what I've already got, which I'm holding on to so tight, or am I going to go for new adventures? And if you look and see that little guy, he could really just reach one arm over and switch over instantly. That's what koalas do. They literally can go from tree to tree. Sometimes we forget how easy this could be. So I'm going to pull three little cards for us and see what we've got. Okay. Uh-oh. Putting it on like a little stand, so bear with me. I always read them upside down, so they really are for you. So we have the Four of Coins, and this is kind of like a hoarding energy. So I love this little guy though, because I love this card because it's saying that, like, you know, you're safe up on your mushroom. You don't want to get down with the real world. Sometimes those little toxic bunnies are always waiting for us to fall so that they can take advantage. So I understand that feeling, and I understand why lots of us like to hold on for what we've got, because we have had a world where people just want to take what you have, and it makes you think, well, I'm afraid of getting rid of something because what if I get rid of the wrong thing? But what this reminds us is that, look, we've got all of these little presents, and these are our gifts, and the things that are ours can't be taken away from us. And so if we want to have change, adventure, and have that new life, we sometimes have to take a risk. It doesn't matter if the bunnies take our scraps. Who cares? We didn't want any of that crap anyway. We have to trust that it's time for us to get into our new gifts. The next one we have is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups masters love. He masters giving love. He masters getting love. Look at this guy. It doesn't matter what's going on in his world, like things that may knock over a cruise ship or sink this. We've got dolphins all over. He sees that, like, he can ride on top of anything, whether it's delight for someone else and they're having a good time riding on his wave, right? Or if it's causing chaos all around him. This guy knows that when he's in his most loving, when he's giving and receiving equally, and he's trusting his own heart, that, like, he can ride anything. I love that one. Is that two? Oh, I don't know why I thought that one was a 4 for a minute. And then the next one is the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Sorry. That's so funny that I said Eight of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is kind of that new love, new adventure. And I love this. And look how purposeful, like it's almost like the universe and the divine is really pouring that cup of tea. So I think, you know, we've all taken a cup from someone. We're like, is there a string attached? But on this one, like, it isn't. It's literally just nature that is pouring. So for me, that shows that, like, whatever it is, you will be all set. And the nice thing is, like, there's even a little saucer. So even if you do spill out a little bit over, you're going to catch yourself because you have kind of a little bit of a safety net in the little tea plate. So anyway, that's my little deal. Again, we have our next 66-day challenge will be coming up shortly, and I hope you'll join us. And obviously, I'll just keep sharing my little thought and go through every day on Instagram. If you choose that you'd like to be a part of more of the community, we are also on Facebook too. And I have someone on my team that posts everything. And that way people can kind of share stories. I have some of you always tell me such nice things. And so I'm able to be impacted by the changes that you're making, the courage that you're coming out with. And we kind of don't really have a community that started. So we've done that before on our Facebook. So if you want to be a part, just send me a little DM, and I'll send you the Facebook link. And also, if anybody ever wants for me to share their story of change and kind of what they're learning, I'd be happy for them to do that. And also, I challenge for all of us that may have the calling is to do something similar too, because We are all going through change in this world, and I think it's time. We all need some change in this world. And so for those of us that are sharing our stories, I hope you'll join me, and I hope I get to see your face on the internet. Bye, everyone. Oh, let's see if there's one more. I want to see what's fueling this Two of Wands. Queen of Coins. She's independent, so I love her. She is kind of like sitting on her throne. So that's kind of like what we're looking to get into, is that independence energy where we're very, very free. No one holds anything over us. And that's not only free with finances, but it's also just your own sovereignty and your inner freedom. So I love this. Look at her. She's just like sitting and all protected by all of the nature. So excellent reading. How exciting. Bye, everyone.